Shiki. Everybody, welcome to Let's Talk FGO. On today's show, we will talk to you about new Valentines. It's happening. Also, there's another new Valentines, but we don't know what's in it yet because that stream hasn't happened, but there's more stuff. Also, it's Lunar New Year, Year of the Taiga. We'll see if that goes anywhere. And many other such returns, new events, new CEs, new Chacos to talk to you about. And we will talk to you about them at length, we hope, for our ad revenue. It's February. Apparently, ad revenue is bad in January. It should get better now. I don't understand why. That's just what people say. Hi, I'm one of your hosts, Omega. And with me, as always, put your hands up. It's Lucky.
Hey, everyone. Hope you're all enjoying Fate Grand Order, a.k.a. something sweet is about to happen. And while we here at Studio Omega like to bring you the latest FGO-related news and memes, we will be talking about current and future events for the JP and EA version of the game, so anyone not wanting spoilers should go level up their gal power.
Yes, if you are one of those weirdos who, turns to me and says, oh yeah, I should start the event, and you're not caught up on the main story, even though it's, a time-locked event, and you have plenty of time, maybe look away later. It's okay, we have time codes. Possibly. Unless Robin is dead. Robin, are you dead? Let me know the time codes later, if you were dead or not. Alright, cool. Thumbs up. Let us remind everybody that this show is brought to you, however, by our lovely, sweet patrons. Adam Harpa, Comics, 10, Plex G, Carlos, Dragon, Ferris, Jeremy Vasquez, Jonathan Sandoval, Legendary Boss Hunter, Liam Kessler, Richard Raptor, Rogue Robin, Sharvor, Shawnee P, some guy named Bob, 723, and Varen the Crow. I do goof that up sometimes. Technically, Shawnee P and Sean Pryor are the same guy. He just has two different accounts.
What?
I don't know. I'm not gonna ask you questions. It's the same guy. It's slightly different email addresses, but he's the same man. Sometimes I read your name wrong, sir. I had a lot of practice, okay?
And be double dipping.
Lucky if you never lost access to an old account you had to make a new one.
I mean, yeah, but usually that means the lost account stays lost.
Well, it's not like it switches back and forth. I switch back and forth, because I'm used to reading it the old way. But it's the same man.
Oh. No, I lost my old PlayStation account that has, all the fucking PS1 games that I bought, and I will never get them back, and I cry at night all the fucking time.
Oof. Big oof.
This is why sometimes I don't like digital.
Yeah, people do always be like, oh, it's great. And yeah, it is great, but you have to keep buying more storage, and or you have to uninstall everything, and if you uninstall some stuff, you might never get it back, because things are weird. And I just can keep building more shelves. Shelves are cheap. Well, not all shelves are cheap, I should say. Anyway, before we get to talking too much about shelves, let's actually talk about Fate Grand Order. That's why you're here, I hope.
Please.
If you want to talk about shelves for 45 minutes, please tune into our other podcast, What's Up? Presumably later today, this episode goes public on YouTube. Let's check in with everybody's favorite Kohai, Mash. Maybe she's building a shelf.
Senpai, 起きてください.
That's right, everybody. It's time for Wake the Fuck Up Senpai Regular for Road Tips. Hold on. Felt the cough coming on. All right. Okay. We're back. Wake the Fuck Up Senpai Regular for Pro Tips. February login materials are stand arrows, stakes, and medals. Now, you might think, with stand arrows being a relatively new bronze mat, that I need those more than stakes. You'd be wrong. I think I have about 15 stakes currently, and that's with 4 days of logins. So, stakes. Also, we'll discuss this a few times later, but this is kind of an addendum to a previous pro tip. I don't believe this. Well, it was technically in the news release a day before the event dropped, but this is the first Valentines where you can actually properly get dupes. So, if you didn't notice, you will receive CEs you are already holding, even if they're in Second Archive. It will say held, but it will still allow you to exchange for them with a lock-on Chaco, and it will still give them to you randomly with random Chacos. So this may mean you want to manage your lock-on Chacos a bit differently than you were planning, but if you do actually want to make sure you get all your new ones, you will have to probably spend all your random Chacos until you just run out of new shit. So you might be getting a full set of 2 CEs. I kind of wish it were a little cleaner on that, but I assume that they traveled through time and heard about my pro tip about just getting shitloads of free QP, and they decided to not do that for some reason.
Oh, my plan is I'm probably not going to spend any of my lock-on Chacos, and I might just exchange all of those, because I didn't actually double-check to see how many surprise Chacos there is, but I'm pretty sure there's going to be a fuck ton.
Yes, there is. I think there is exactly enough surprise Chacos to get every servant in the game, and then you have lock-ons on top of that.
Yeah, so I think my idea is going to be, I'm just going to use my surprise on everybody, and then I'll just spend my lock-ons at the end.
I will probably have a little bit of both left over. We'll talk about this later. I haven't been super powering through them because, now that it is random and some of them will be new and some of them will be old, that requires me to pay attention slightly with my brain eyes and my brain ears. Eyes and ears, everybody. I've done a couple of lock-on chocolates to grab some specific stuff we can talk about later. But, yeah, so, Delightworks now Lasengle officially heard about my plan and fixed it. Or they fixed it 2 years ago and just nobody noticed because the world of translating small details is very opaque sometimes. As evidenced by, what was it, 2 weeks ago when everybody wanted to let us know that the pure prisms can be used on any mat?
All right. Listen, the information did not stop people from, maximizing their Scotty loop, so they did not care.
Yeah, it's fine. Also, yeah, I mean, if you want me to keep playing to the joke, yes, this means you have our permission once again to yeet us your extra chocolates. Some people are sassy about this. I assume it's because they feel judged when I call them a horrible monster. You need to look at your life about why you feel so judged. But we've been doing this nearly 5 years. The joke is if you burn up your chocolates, you're being a horrible monster because your servants spent so much time making those.
I mean, they're craft essences. They are eternal and shiny.
Yeah. I did bring this up. They do offer you free ladder bonus if you do keep them. Like, 10% ain't nothing to fuck with. I know I unblocked a few of my favorites and used them immediately for that sweet, sweet bonus money. But it's a joke because I don't actually think less of you as a person if you burn CEs. I think less of you as a person if you get in my grill about me making fun of you for burning CEs. Because, again, I'd like to say you need to think about your life and why you decided to think those thoughts of me. I do have a little bit of judgment in years past for people who are like, but Omega, I can't save all my CEs. I don't have enough space. Man, you got a fuck ton of space, okay? I've been storing them for years.
Well, I find this a good time to rotate out my stock.
Yeah, and like we said, last year you had to burn everything because you couldn't get dupes, right? Like, right. You had to get rid of them so you could get the new voice content because the scenes were tracked separately, but the CEs were not, which was weird. I guess that's probably why they made it so you can get dupes because it's, kind of confusing and rough. But yeah, you can, I mean, if you want to use them for CE bombs, you also get shitloads of CE XPs. You can, power up the experience, do whatever. We don't really care. We're not the boss of you. But it is a weird one, and I'm kind of sad because I thought I gave everybody a cool life hack for more QP because I know they love QP. But it turns out, 2-5 head, they thought of that already. Let's move on, then.
Well, I actually have a little bit more I can talk about it, because it actually did completely flabbergast me, because I actually had a really solid streak when I started popping up my surprise chuckles, because first I got, I had the list in my head, but now I forgot. Oh, now I remember it. First I got fucking Summer Okita, then I got Lakshmi Bai, then I got Summer Melt, then I got Kama. I was like,
man,
my first word. Yeah, that's a good record. So I was like, oh, sweet, yeah, everything's fine. And then I got Boudica and Martha, and I was just like, wait a minute.
Yeah, and I got a old one right away, and I was like, hold on, there's a problem here. We'll talk about some scenes later. Randomly, I got Summer Carmilla and Summer Okita so far. And I also got King Protea, but I goofed that one up. I did not realize there was an actual choice that mattered there. Thankfully, they refund you if you do that. I was just nice. I was like, sure, thanks for the gift. And then they're like, was that their true feelings? And I'm like, all right, FGO, don't judge me. I'm trying to be nice. If you're an asshole in some of these, you die, okay?
Well, fair point. Sometimes if you're honest, you die. Shout out to Summer Mel for giving you the bad end, no matter what your choice is.
Luckily I don't have to worry about that one. And I spent one lock on to get King Protea for sure, because I didn't want to, even though I got refunded the random Choco, I didn't want to go through the bits, and then I did, Little Da Vinci. Which also brings me up to another point, that I feel like it's funny, right? We talk about, saving the CEs because we don't get to actually eat them. I feel like more and more of the later Valentine scenes actually involve you physically consuming the chocolate, right? As they get longer and more elaborate.
Oh yeah, this is something you definitely notice, I remember I saw Carmilla, she's like, here, chocolate. Don't ask me why it looks like that, just basically end. Then you get to, The Venture Riders, and it's just a small interlude all on its own.
Yeah, or Summer Carmilla for comparison, where she gives you the calling card, she breaks into your room, and then she takes you on a midnight drive, right? It's an elaborate multi-stage setup. They're really going all out with these. It's pretty fun. But we'll talk more about some of our favorites from what we've seen, and some other stuff later. Let us move on to Records from the Throne, our regular achievement topic. I did indeed have to fire up the old St. Quartz machine right away for save. Check out Wanted. It's out. Watched it. It was cool. And I did, in fact, in about 90 St. Quartz, 310 spins, get a Say and my NP2 Shiba, and a full set of CEs. Got everything. Got a little touch and go. Got a little spiced with all those frickin' non-rate up 4-star CEs as usual, interrupted my skip gang. I got slightly bamboozled by gold sparks into the Shiba, and then in that same 10 roll, it was like, oh, hold on, wait, it's not skip ganging this card, even though it's regular. Oh, it's just a gold card. It's an archer, yay. I don't think I was on stream, but I was on mic with some of the Praga guys, because we just wrapped up Fail Portrayal, so cameras are weird. That's me's.
That's me's. So, also in 90 bucks that is, I was also able to pull a Shonagon and full set of CEs. I wasn't sure if I was gonna pull for her, but I spent 2 days in this event. I'm like, God fucking damn it.
Correct. Listen, I had to do the research and the stuff and see the sprites with the glasses. Like, I knew what was going on the moment this fired up. I'm like, oh no. Or as the meme says, oh no.
Oh no. And I was able to get NP5 Shiba. So.
See, that is, I know it hurts your wallet, but that is the difference between you and me. Is I got my second Shiba ever out of this, and now yours is like NP5 forever.
Yeah, no, like, this is why I literally have, like, 3 MLB K-scopes, an MLB fucking Fragment 2030, and my second one on the way. Oh, no, like, I get stuff for my money. It's usually just not what I want.
Sadly, yes, that is the desire sensor.
So, as I said, I only got her a couple days ago, so I haven't actually got her fully leveled, but God damn it, her lines.
Yeah,
what was it,
I referenced 2 of her NP cards earlier in the show already, and her store lines, it's great.
Her storylines slay me. I love them so much.
Such good energy. We'll talk more about that in our first impressions of the event. Mine is also not complete yet. I am. Hey, guess what? Let's talk about did you finish your master missions? Because guess what I'm doing right now. So the first 2 master missions involve acquiring EXPs via drops, 15 EXPs and 30 EXPs, and it's Archer Day today right now. So guess what I'm doing? Because I already spent my monthly EXPs and the store gold EXPs. So we're farming. Yes, Lucky is Archers right now.
Oh shit, I need to switch over. I was farming bronze.
So, you also, to complete your master missions, need to defeat 20 enemies who are not servants or bosses, defeat 40 enemies who are not servants or bosses, defeat 3 servants with the Earth attribute, and defeat 3 servants with the Human attribute. You can, of course, just do the event, but the EXP drops are a little hit or miss. You may just want to rack in some dailies if you got like a new servant or something to get those out of the way as well. Because I have been getting some EXP drops, through just doing the event, but not a lot, so, you can solve this real easy by just doing dailies. I know it's a little bit of a distraction, but, when you're built different like me, and you have a huge backlog of plus 10% CEs, and also, I probably should have put this in records, but, literally my first free quest at 4 o'clock in the morning when the event dropped, I got, a CE drop right away, so I'm already at 5. So, when you're built different, guys, you can catch up on those point values. But let's talk about the news. It's time for Skelegrams.
Did I do this wrong again? Oh, wait, no, I saved it in the wrong spot. Good job, Lucky. Good job. You're great at this. Hang on, I have to go dig in my computer.
You can win. You feel great. You can't do this. Well, Lucky's digging in his computer. This already happened in the past. You know it already. North America, Lunar New Year was celebrated on the 30th. You got 10 Saint Courts. Yay.
Yay!
That did actually take me over 90, so that was good for the build-up. Also, we talked about this last week, but to clarify, Valentines did include Caesar's animation update. That wasn't hyped as part of the pre-release, but it was there, and Caesar and Mary did get their rank ups.
Oh, I saved it as TM, not TN. That's why. God damn it.
Rip.
I fat-fingered my keyboard. I need a new keyboard.
Thumbmail! Thumbman. Thumbmen's.
Actually, does that mean it's at the top? It is.
Yeah, probably. Alphabetization works like that.
Okay.
And by the way, the reason why there was that slight amount of vamping there was because that's it for any news. The actual event dropped. You knew most of the deets last week because we did.
Excuse you!
Uh-oh.
They say it's too explicit!
Uh-oh.
Are you fucking kidding me?
Clyde doesn't like the thumbnail?
Clyde does not like the thumbnail. Are you shitting me?
Oh, boy.
Okay. I'm going around this. Omega, go to the fucking crow's nest. That's where I'm gonna fucking post it there, because I'm not safe to work, because I like posting titties there. I'm guessing comic cleavage is just literally too much for Clyde.
Okay, I mean, to be safe, I can put whoops, not my Christian manga over that, just so YouTube doesn't take it away. Maybe I'll save 2 versions just in case. Because as usual, I have to
I was
reduce
gonna
the
agree.
size down of the thumbnails. We'll shrink this one down, and we'll possibly cover that up.
No, Say's thighs was last week, and that was completely fucking okay.
Yeah.
I
mean,
incensed.
there's cleavage, belly, and thighs in this, so who the fuck knows? Also, her underwear is pink. Maybe Clyde doesn't understand how colors work. Computers are weird, guys. Ooh, Ryko Bond up. Rank Bond 7. Got 3 sync quartz. Hey, farming. Chipping away at the old bonds. But alright, I'm going to save the thumbnail.
Alright, now I gotta go make more comma stickers in spite.
Join our Discord. Lucky is making very judgmental comma stickers. I don't know if there's another kind of comma sticker. But let's talk about Japan. JP's news. There's a couple of other odd bits we'll get to at the end. The main body of actual FGO JP news items that stuff is being recognized for is, first of all, Valentine 2022 pre-release campaign. We have a build-up to Valentine starting the 2nd going until the 23rd. Log in for 7 days in a row to get some apples and some sync quartz. Complete special limited master missions for items such as bond grails, EXPs, foes, and teapots. And you get double suck chance and half AP rank up interludes on the following servants: Nero Bride, Sei, Medusa Lancer, Jaguaran, Murasaki, Semiramis, MHXA, Karen, and Estrella. I don't think... Does Karen have an interlude? Otherwise, I think it's just a double suck chance. But also, we have a rolling series of separate banners. So, a series of banners that roll out over time and are available for several days in a row. 4, in this order, Bride, MHXA, Semiramis, Murasaki, and Sei with their previous craft instances on tap. So, yeah, basically, this is just, holy shit, we've been doing this a long time, rollback. This is good, actually. I mentioned in the Wanted that came out just about as they announced this in Japan that Sei was probably overdue for another banner. So this is good for her, good for Semiramis and all those others. Good for those CEs if you need those collections. And, yeah, this is just a little bit of a stall up and a little bit of a refresh to get you into the new Valentines as we're waiting on it. Plus, you've got those limited master missions for some things and stuff. Stuff things. We love stuff things. Also, in JP news, Chaldea Satellite Station campaign, Kochi. The campaign goes from the 3rd until the 6th. Log in every day for 1 gold apple for a total of 3 gold apples. There's a social media campaign for 6 St. Quartz. There will be a stream on the 6th of February. So, we'll have some of that news soon. This will almost assuredly, especially since they did a pre-release campaign, be for actual Valentine's event with, real news.
Excited.
Yeah, we'll see what's up. A lot of people have a lot of theories. A lot of feelings are had.
I think the Bazette one has traction, but I'm not making a prediction either way.
Yeah, I don't know nothing about nobody. We'll see what happens. I'll watch a stream. There's also a couple of other minor things. I believe the Lasengle work has actually been codified.
Oh yeah, no, fucking, they've talked about it. Shiakawa has actually left to form their own independent game company. I was all like, wow.
Yeah. And yeah, Aniplex has fully taken all of the shares of Lasengle.
Oh no, they've been doing a bunch of other stuff. They actually brought on Narita, author of Strange Fate, on as an official writer, so that could be interesting.
Yeah. And also, again, translation, always tricky. But apparently there is a new Strange Fake volume coming out in April, and it is supposed to be the beginning of the end. Some people characterized it as the final one, but I'm sure that's just upselling that the end is coming soon, probably. Maybe. The new volume does come out in April, which is close to Golden Week, but not exactly there. I think it's the 4th? I don't think it's during Golden Week anyway. I could double check what dates are. But probably not the collab, but we did get Narita on staff, so we'll see what happens.
Could be fun.
Yeah. But so, yeah, there's a lot of business news on the side going on. All this stuff getting set up for the future. Seems like everything is, rolling out well. And, we'll see if there's any change in how everything rolls around. So I'm just double-checking art. People are now asking for stickers specifically. I can see. But
I'm trying to...
I know I'm buying you a little time, but unfortunately we're running out of news.
All right.
The mailman comes.
The mailman cometh.
The mailman knocks at midnight. By the way, don't do that, please, if you're ever a mailman. I'm sure you don't want to be there at midnight either, but do not do that.
Okay, I'll do this one.
Come back tomorrow.
Hang on, let me finish up this one. I gotta see what people are actually putting in there for sticker requests.
Oh, I was just talking about the...
Oh, yeah.
thing you already said you'd do.
Oh.
Our general chat is also melting because I'm pretty sure... wait a fucking second. Hold on.
What?
I've got a violation here. These people's
Where?
watching Kamen Rider and a gaming VC. Hold on. Wee woo. Sirens.
Oh, no. Let's see here. Should someone go in there and yell at them? Oh, wait, no, I know what I'm if I move them, though, will they keep streaming, though? That's the thing. I'm tempted. I'm super tempted.
I'm just yelling about them in general. Complete with flashing lights.
Alright.
Now that I have embarrassed them, I will go about my business.
But let me post a sticker here real quick. Those are all the last Origin stickers, but there we go. Boom. Alright. So that is done. And now it is time for this week.
Dallas thinks he can approve it with his mod powers, does he? Well, Dallas has felt my wrath.
Hang on. No, I have to get on this.
They're moving. Dallas understood what happened just then. That's what happens when you're playing Delta Green and you goof up your bureaucracy roll and you incite an official review. That's right there.
Alright, but it is now time for this week's Let's Talk FGO Mailbag, the segment where we read what you have to say and comment accordingly. This week, I'll give it the refresh. We have 16 comments, and so we'll probably get through all of them and get straight into our Valentine's thoughts. But with only 16, we probably don't have to worry about the time, and we will probably faff accordingly, so prepare thine ear holes.
Also, like, raw-wise, even with that whole-ass live moderating interlude, we're only like 26 minutes. We got plenty of time.
We got plenty of time. Alright. Let me close clip here, so I will be not tempted to make more stickers. Alright, that's done. By the way, I made these stickers because someone earlier today was all like, Summer Comma, let me down. I was just like, how dare, you're dead to me. I'm gonna make stickers out of spite.
I woke up and chose violence.
And now we have 3 more comma stickers. Which is great. We don't actually have a lot of stickers here on the Studio Mega Discord.
I know that is a thing we've talked about.
I'll try and figure out some more later. But we will begin. Meow. This first one comes from the Kira Kira is strong with this one. And they say, hey y'all, want to get your guys' opinion on an idea. That is a system where specifically CEs, initially I was thinking just Bond CEs, but it doesn't have to be those, have synergistic effects based on characters' lore, or card type. Okay, mess it up. If I have Tam's Bond CE, it could go further increase art effectiveness of other CEs. Ergo, painting Summer at MLB goes from 10% arts up and MP gain to 20% arts and up again 10% MP gain up. Of course, this is in addition to the bonus that Tom CE already gives, and I mean for this to get too long, but wanted to provide clarity, and hopefully I did. Regards, Flying Kick. Don't you mean Dynamic Entry?
Well, you had the appropriate number of commas. No, that one with the C. So I think it was okay. I mean, it's an interesting concept.
I also think it's a convoluted concept, honestly.
Yeah, I think, well, is there... No, I don't think there's a multiplier like that. I'm trying to wrap my head around, is there actually a mechanical signifier for that? I mean, I know you can just make them additive, but I think that's technically what Tombo's CE already does, with like, arts up and stuff.
Honestly, it's honestly all you're doing, just adding more numbers to numbers. And...
Yeah, I guess if it's a special, like, multiplier, but really you can just solve this by, the adding more of the arts up. Which I'm not going to say is, like, wrong or nothing. It's, some of those simple effects that synergize very well are very important for the Bond Cs that actually do things, which are not many, unfortunately. Mm-hmm. But yeah, it just seems a little like convoluted for an effect of like getting 10% more arts. They could probably come up with a cleaner way to do that, and honestly, you could probably come up with a cleaner way to do that if you apply your brain meats.
Saying brain meats just makes me think of Gideon the Ninth and how absolutely happy I am with that book.
Thumbs up. We'll talk about it in a book club tomorrow.
Yeah, we will.
That is an interesting fun fact. That's almost like a pro tip.
We'll scroll that one away.
Well, yeah, okay. We'll scroll it away. We'll keep it away for next week then. Then next week to see if I remember that pro tip. I probably will.
So this next one comes from Moon is patiently awaiting the day that'll unlock all the new birthday voice lines. This is the person dead to me, by the way. Question. Hey there, Megan and Loki. Hope all is well with you two. As for the question, at what point did the feeling of damn I'm old settle in for you guys? For me, it was when my siblings got weirded out by a cassette tape. Me? It was when I was 20 and I got back from deployment and I saw high schoolers acting like they knew shit.
Yeah. I don't know, just everything. Every single time I talk to one of these Zumas, I'm just like, oh my god, I'm fucking old. Y'all don't even know. Y'all don't remember what it was like. But if you do want to feel old, I would like to remind everybody that kids born after 9/11 can drink now.
It was in my first year of high school doing that.
You guys obviously can't see because we don't have actual cameras, but I absolutely spiked the invisible lens really hard for a second there. I don't know, why is this person asking me questions about when do I feel old? I don't know. Now we all got to feel old together, unless you're not old. In which case, I don't know, to feel like a zygote. Meh.
I mean, I feel old, but I don't necessarily regret it. Like, I've talked about this before. Like, I'm absolutely thrilled I've got to grow up in this time because I was really cognizant back at basically at the end of the cassette tape era. And so I went from cassette tapes to CDs to DVDs to Blu-rays to like this full-on digital platform we've gone and all the technology that we've gone along with it. It's been a wild ride.
Yeah,
and I loved it.
I remember because my family has always been like a little bit slow adopters. Like I think it's because my parents are, they're quite a bit older. They lived through shit like the VHS versus Betamax break and stuff, switching from like 8-track tapes to classic cassette tapes. So they were a little slow to do stuff and to get invested in some of this new tech. So I also experienced that kind of gradual rise from like starting when I was very young with cassette tapes, then eventually going to CDs, DVDs, etc. And like back in the day, yeah, like. And I admit I'm old-fashioned. Like, I have a standalone MP3 player for, like, podcasts and stuff, because I don't like to be constantly putting files on my phone or, Also, phones are fucking heavy, guys. God.
Are they?
I mean, most of the time. It's not like I wear weather where I can casually go around in, like, nice, securely fitted jeans,
I guess that's... Also, I have big hands. I gotta remember that.
It's true. Well, carrying a phone is not that heavy, but then I'm carrying a phone, and there's a reason why I have a case on this phone.
Like talking about your parents, my mom, I'll specifically say my mom because it's always cracked me up. Please don't call me right now, Mom. I swear to fucking God, I'll lose it. But my mom's the exact opposite. She's like really like my mom is an old Southern black woman. And so stereotypically you would think that she would not necessarily take to fucking like new technology, but oh my God, she has like a 3DS she plays, like 2 tablets, a current gen phone. She has fucking iPhone AirPods, and I still think it. And she's constantly listening to K-pop, like this like almost 60-year-old woman. I'm like, Mom, you are the best. It's like my mom just. I mean,
I'll say I think my parents are more tech savvy than a lot of other people their age brackets. Obviously, clearly both being boomers themselves, but definitely in our household it was like we don't know if this DVD thing's gonna take off. We're not spending that much money on one of those yet, right?
Right.
But like for computers and stuff, we had multiple computers in my household growing up. I think I talked about last week when we talked about like our gaming history. My family used to be maybe that was on What's Up, but we used to be like a Mac household, and then that pivoted as Macintosh got more expensive and hipstery.
I think I would say your family's more cautious than rather,
Yeah, it's we're a little slow to pick up, but that's because, like I said, we know that sometimes these things don't work out.
Oh man, we can talk about
all
in
the past, guys. We have an HD DVD player in this house.
HD DVD.
Yeah. No, we did not go the blue. Well, I went the Blu-ray route because I'm on a PS3, but yeah. At times we have 3D Blu-rays, guys. So it's not like we're, and I don't know. Maybe it's as my parents got older, they got more like fuck it adjustment. But it was definitely a gradual process, and like I was saying, it used to be back in the day, like pre-Audible, getting audiobooks was like on an actual like audio was hard, and most of them were like clearly and I still have some lying around in my hard drives because I'm a fucking digital hoarder. Also, I get burned every single time I delete something. I'm like, I can get this back later. That website is gone. That podcast is closed. They're not on Wayback Machine. I'm like, well, fuck, it's gone forever. But like, you can tell some of these things. Laserdisc, sick. But like, you can tell they are clearly just like digitized recordings with the cassette tapes. You can hear the squeaking and the old lo-fi, hiss in the recordings. I remember reading like quote unquote ebooks that are just ghetto ass text files. Right?
Oh God, I remember that.
Back in the day, I have a lot of PDFs of old RPGs that were not real PDFs. They were absolutely just scans. Somebody broke apart that thing. I've handled a floppy disk in my time.
I remember when I used to store my porn on floppy disks.
This current, ecosystem we live in is really cool, but sometimes we talk about this with the digital. I feel like I trust the physical a little bit more sometimes.
Again, I'm like I have a foot in on both yards. Like God, like I said, I'm reading I read books online and listen to Audible. Like I'm literally listening to Haro the Ninth right now off Audible, and I'm all like, yes, I am being mind fucked right now.
Yeah, but then I told you, dog. I told you. Well, and to that specific book series, I read the first one like on ebook cheap because I'm like, this sounds neat. I'll check it out. And then after I fell in love, I was like, okay, so I need the sequel, but I'm also going to order the original one physically. I'm going to stack those on my fucking shelf. And now there's just a skeleton and aviators looking at me. Hi, how you doing? Thumbs up.
God damn it, I love you, Gideon Nav. But like, I'll look to my left. My left. Yes, that is my left. Awesome. 50% chance. I got it. And I'll just see my bookshelves of, PS1 to PS5 era games, Nintendo to Switch era games.
Yeah.
I have, let's see here. I'm looking over here.
I will not physically look, but because I have to turn all the way around. But yeah, I have a similar shelf in my closet.
Let's see here. I got 2 Xbox games, one Sega game. The Sega game is Final Fantasy Star 3. But let's see here. But I think we have waxed enough about being old and how sometimes it's really fucking cool. So we shall move on. This next one comes from a master asking Save for help in wooing a god of love, while Kama gives me suspicious looks. This is the perfect chance. Yes.
The Kama of judgment is here.
But they say, hey guys, hope you're both keeping in good health. I just ate 2 burritos, so I'm feeling fucking fine. I'm not gonna feel fine later, though, but that's a problem for future me. I have a question to Omega this time around. Oh. Which archetype do you enjoy playing the most in Yu-Gi-Oh? I started jumping back into it after a year-long break, and I find Blue Eyes deck to be satisfying. I hope the ringing is better, Lucky, and happy early Valentines. Nope, the ringing is not better, but I have gotten used to it. Anyway, what's your favorite archetype, Omega?
Well, it's funny this person mentions Blue Eyes, my mortal enemies, because I've always been a big Red Eyes guy, and if you listen to me on stream, often I will yell about how I am deeply dissatisfied with how much favor Konami gives to Blue Eyes in making their monsters fucking untargetable, indestructible. But that's okay, because I'm not going to say all. I know we got some Blue Eyes guys in our community, but most of the Blue Eyes players I meet online in Master Duel are crayon eaters. They do not read all the text on their cards. They just see Big Dragon Gober, and are not that great at it. But yeah, Red Eyes is a big one for me. I have represented Dragon Maid a long time in the competitive season as well, the ranked season on Master Duel. My current deck of choice is Adamancipator, but yeah. I haven't had a chance to excise it, though, but my other, I think, really big one, hopefully I'll get to do this in prog soon, but they're kind of high rarity, is Cosmo, which is a Yu-Gi-Oh! Archetype designed by the Western portion, the TCG first, which is Star Wars plus the Wizard of Oz.
What?
Yeah, it's rad. C-3PO is Cosmo Tin Man, or Cosmo Strawman.
What?
There's Cosmo Farm Girl, like Dorothy, and like Luke Skywalker.
Okay, I know just someone had a fucking brain ass room when they decided this fucking thing, because there's no absolute bullshit way that someone did a fucking focus group on this and thought this would be a great idea.
No, Lucky, I don't think Konami does focus groups with Yu-Gi-Oh! They're just like, shit, we need a new archetype. What do we do? Demons from Dante's Inferno, Super Athletes. Those are famous TCG exclusive archetypes, by the way. UA, Burning Abyss, Cosmo is another one. I think the TCG came out with Kaijus first. Yo, dog, what's your favorite Kaiju movie? Do you like Godzilla or perhaps Kumungus the Sticky Kaiju? I'm not kidding you, by the way. Kumungus the Sticky String Kaiju. He's a giant spider. One of the first ones. The Sticky String Kaiju, Lucky.
Man, this is just some fucking... Man, this is some fucking bullshit, man. Just give me 2 fucking cans of silly string. I'll show you a fucking Sticky String Kaiju, this punk-ass motherfucker.
We did a fail patrol on Kaiju, by the way, sometime, guys. You should go dig that one up in the archives. Well, I say I believe that was like our second half of a long one. I feel like several people passed the fuck out by the end of it, but we yell about some of these. But yeah, no, Yu-Gi-Oh! Not always known for Subterror, one of my favorites. That's another one we reviewed. That's like, I don't even know what you call that archetype.
Bullshit.
Probably, yes. But it's like, Subterror is like giant dungeon boss monsters like some, Dark Souls or Monster Hunter shit versus tiny little guys.
This is why I don't get trading, I don't get, trading card games. They come out with entire fucking sets of, this theme. And then that theme gets really fucking weird because they did all the normal shit already.
Yeah, they're flexing their muscles. I mean, sometimes they're relatively normal. Like, I think one of the latest TCG exclusive archetypes was Bee Trooper, which is just bugs who fight. Like, they're like big bug guys who fight. They're cool.
All right, I'm going to stop losing brain cells on this. I only got 2 left.
We don't talk about War Rocks, okay? Design-wise, there's nothing crazy about War Rocks. They're just, barbarian warrior people. But in terms of, like, doing things, they're bad. Anyway, sorry. I hope I answered your question. Don't eat crayons.
So, this next one comes from King of Apples, who is still waiting for Extella 2. I'm pretty sure we're not going to get it until the Extra remake is out. Question, what is your opinion on leveling up CEs? Worthless, necessary, evil, really dumb? Why are these all negative? What about having the stat boost provided by CEs go up in chunks as you feed it duplicates to limit break?
Well, I mean, it's absolutely necessary because there's free sync quartz in it. Guys, that's an extra master mission later. You should make sure to get at least one level 100 CE. But, yeah.
So, I think, when it comes to CEs, I do find that leveling up CEs is weird.
It's a little tedious?
Like, personally, I wouldn't... The thing I don't like about CEs is not the leveling up, it's the limit breaking, actually, and the fact that it's either all or nothing. It's not incremental. Basically, you only have the basic one, until you MLB it, which means you have to get the 4 copies. Like, I totally forgot what the comma CE is called. Sweet Chocolate?
Yeah.
Sweet Chocolate. I got 3 copies of that. I decided to fucking say, fuck it, I'm not gonna bother myself by doing this all the time, and I fused them all together, so, I have it, at, we don't even have a term for it, for when they're not fully MLB'd. It's not fully MLB'd. It got, like, the 2 pips in it. I got a 2-pip Sweet Chocolate. There we go. That's what I'm fucking calling it right there. And guess what? It's just gonna give me the same bonus as a unbroken one. It's kind of fucking useless.
And while you could, that does mean you can put more levels to increase those stat caps. You still have to do the leveling.
Yeah. So, I think, so honestly, overall, I don't mind CEs or leveling. I'm just really, really bad at it. Like, really bad at it. Properly leveling CEs often means that you have to be spending friend points on a semi-constant basis, making CE bombs, and then spending QP on that shit. As I have told many fucking people before, I'm fucking broke as hell, constantly in this goddamn game. So that's not usually a priority for me. I'm worried about leveling my sevels, leveling my sevels, leveling my servants, leveling their skills, and, trying to figure out what the fuck I'm gonna do with these fucking command codes and beast faux prints. Cause I got I got a fuck ton of the paw prints. They cost QP to fucking use as well. I'm like, you motherfuckers! So, CEs are at the bottom of my list because most people don't actually use the CE, well, they do, but most people don't use CEs for the stat boost that they give, even though they can give it. Like, I think,
some CEs are pretty good with the number of stats.
This K, is it our current K scope that gives 2k attack? Or is it 2k HP? I can't remember. I know one of them does attack, one of them does HP, but I can't remember which one is which. Brain!
People are talking. Somebody will dig it up for you.
The new one is HP. Okay, that means the current one's attack, and that should be 2,000 attack.
That's very important.
That's very important. That's not a small number. So, if you have a level 100 K scope, that means you are going into battle at 100%, at, plus 2k attack. That's not an insignificant number. That's really not. So, yes, it is totally worth it, not worthless. Excuse me. It is totally worth it to level up your CEs. It is not worth it to level up every CE, though, I will say. Specifically, like CEs that give you that 2k cap on either HP or an attack, perfect. It's great. Wonderful. The ones that split it up, that's a little weird. I find that a little weird. Usually, in this case, you usually want extremes, especially like on the attack on K-scope. Perfect. Love it. It's great. I'm literally working on all of mine right now. I have like a level 100, limited over 0 and formal craft because I put that on, I use my limited 0 over a lot in the early day. A lot. But, no, so, again, I think leveling up CEs is clunky and it could be improved, but no, it's something that you should definitely be thinking about doing it if you have the resources to spare. Yeah. I think I want to say. Ugh. So.
Anyway, while Lucky was doing that, I raised Say to her final ascension.
Sick. I need to keep punching things. Go, Rush, go! So, we shall move on.
Moving on up.
So this next one comes from Matthew. Cannot wait for Morgan to come home. You and many, many others. Greetings, Monsieur Lucky, enthusiast of Draconic Maids, and Sir Omega, champion of the Noble Nines. How's life treating you? I have 2 burritos in my stomach. I'm slightly sleepy, And I got a monster on the side ready to get chugged.
I'm waiting for a good opportunity to break and maybe go splash of water in my face because my eyes are a little gross, but we'll probably do that after this.
Mega's a very sleepy boy. They say, no questions, just wishing you good luck on your road and hoping Morton, Korinskaya, both versions, Oberon, have mercy on your soul. Cheers.
Some of those things you don't need to worry about that mercy.
I don't know, I think I would consider it a mercy if I did not have to spend money in the first place.
That's a good mercy, but, I mean, listen, Oberon, completely off my radar. They already announced they got another pretender who I like more, who's coming, so I'm like, nah, get that guy out of here. I will worry about that 7 months from then. Thank you, clairvoyance.
And you remain shiny and unbroken. But with that, we shall move on. Thank you very much. This next one comes from Void Dusk. Oh, this person, I just realized, this person usually gives us the one with like 6 line breaks and 4 paragraphs. They actually did something nice and concise. Good job. So, this next one comes from Void Dusk Crusader, who says, hey guys, hope you guys had a good week and that you're having fun handing out chocolates to all your favorite servants. I am. Thank you very much. I'd probably be a lot longer in farming if I actually skipped the servant thing, but I'm like, no. I will watch every single scene. Every single scene. And with that, we move on. This next one comes from The Abandoned Warehouse, who says, sparkling salutations. Oh, yes, this is very sparkling. Holy fucking shit. Get these lights out of my eyes, girl.
I'm so glad I included the sparkles in the wanted say thumbnail. Like, I did the whole normal thumbnail. I finished it. I was about to post it. And I'm like, wait, need something more. Hold on. Spice.
But they go on to say, gotta say, this event started a bit underwhelming in my opinion, but each passing day it gets funnier and funnier, especially Osakabe Hime. She just steals the show. Stop, Batsy. Just stop. The new Valentine sees Bartholomew Nightingale Santa had me in stitches. Question, favorite chocolate? Mine is white chocolate. Arriva Durci and hopefully a not-so-lonely Valentine's.
I've always been a big white chocolate guy, but white chocolate and, like, milk chocolate are actually, like, honestly really different.
Look at the dark chocolate kind of Die.
Die!
Do I have any dark chocolate? No, I ate it all because I like it.
It's all gone.
I probably should not buy anymore because it's going to make me break out and make me gain weight, which I'm trying to do the opposite of. That's lose weight.
And break in.
Yeah.
Play something jazzy.
The smooth sounds of jazz. But with that, we're gonna move on as I unleash Aresh and Summer Lancer on fucking Tota. I feel like I completely butchered that What did I just say?
You're gonna unleash Aresh on Tota? I mean, grammatically it was fine.
I feel like I did something weird there. So,
I don't know, maybe I filtered out. The human brain is amazing.
Chronojet says they heard Summer Aresh. I might have said something like that. Anyway, this next one comes from a notorious Stan who's more likely going to embarrass himself at karaoke with Suzuka and Nagiko-san. Listen, that's high gal power right now. You're gonna explode. Too much. They're gonna speak foreign languages. They're gonna go in your ear. They're gonna wrap around your brain. You're just gonna go. But they say, greetings, Rebake, Full City, Lucky, and Lupus Rectomania. What the fuck is Rebake, Full City?
Do we want to Google?
I'm gonna Google. Hang the fuck on. Y'all keep giving me these whack-ass fucking title names. I have no idea what the fuck they are.
Guys, you trying to do better than me with the intro jokes?
What is this? Rebake Full City. Rebake Full City.
I need the negative
It's a
version.
goddamn... Why you go... It's a Gundam kit.
I mean, that makes sense with mine. That's also a Gundam. But also it just means King of the Wolves. I mean, it's not that complex. Are we Gundams? Who knows?
What kind of Gundam is this? Is it a cool Gundam? It's a pretty cool Gundam.
Is it from IBO? I do not remember the Rebake Full City.
Well, I don't remember either, but that's par for the fucking course in my case.
Oh, it was the Guisan kit from Season 2. Okay. They must not have called it Rebake Full City a lot, because I feel like I would remember that title, because it's fucking silly.
Did I lose the question? What the hell? Oh, here it is. I accidentally skipped one, that's why. I will go back to it. But they say, I hope you're both doing well, and I am sending you the good vibes. Question, should we have a mystic code to help us eat all the chocolate we get from our servants? Have a great rest of your weekend. I need to decide what to sing. My inner female is going between number 1, the 21st track from Bleach Original Soundtrack 1, or Shingeki no Bahamut's opening, Existence by Sim.
Both of those are really good.
Yeah, no, they are. I would go with number 1, personally.
Yeah. As I said when they released that trailer for them finishing up the anime, number 1 hits different in our current year. And you don't need a Mystico to help you eat all the chocolate you get from your servants. You need to get on a fucking treadmill.
Clearly, you just turn all the sugar into magical energy.
That's my secret captain. I'm always glucose.
So technically, even Gordov, while he's a bit round, he's not necessarily out of shape.
He knows what he's doing.
He knows what he's about.
All right,
Man,
so
I feel like I'm gonna
scroll
go
back one.
Yeah, I'm gonna scroll up a little bit. And this next one that I unfortunately skipped, my apologies, comes from the Tyrant King Ultimate Fusion with his blue eyes for Blue Eyes Tyrant Dragon. Hey guys, with all the Bazat hype going around and possibly being the Valentine servant, if she wasn't, who do you think it'd be? Anyways, that's it for me. Take care and have a good evening with some good vibes. Unfortunately,
no.
Yeah, I don't necessarily have a good guess either. Most people are probably going Bazette this year because we had Karen last year.
Yeah, finally.
And with Murasaki and Sei having back-to-back Valentines, people are wondering if we're going to do the same thing.
Yeah, it's possible because we don't really do reruns. We could do kind of a sequel.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, if it was a Taiga related one, that would probably be like my thought somehow. Because it is recently Year of the Tiger, but
I mean, I could actually see a fucking Jaguar Man fucking Valentines.
It's the Year of the Tiger Dojo, Lucky.
I know, but if it but I can see it. But unfortunately, I don't necessarily have it. If
it's FGO, don't ask me questions about who could be what, guys. I don't fucking know. These
okay,
people are crazy.
You guys want my prediction? It's gonna be Alter Ego Nero, Alter Ego Nero, fucking being Saber Venus in her fucking tiny ass bikini armor and giant wings. There's my prediction.
Hey, maybe we'd finally get that Excella crossover content we want.
I know, right?
And then Charlemagne for White Day.
That'd be sick. Yeah, a lot of people will roll for fucking string bikini. Well, it's not string bikini, but metal bikini Nero.
Listen, what Arco has vision, has style, has flair. We could make multiple ascensions of that work.
I will post this for you nerds.
Oh, well, Clyde allowed it.
Yeah, Clyde allowed it!
Clyde, we have to talk. Full-blown convo.
So no, that's my sweet-ass Valentine's prediction, not bad as that. Saber Venus, a.k.a. Alter Ego Nero Claudius.
God, I forgot. It's so funny, but you lose the other details because she's so naked. But I forgot she has fucking Power Ranger or otherwise Sentai style lion punch gloves on.
I mean, look at the lion the motifs on her kneecaps.
Yeah. Also, those are what the shoulder pads are and everything. Got those giant wings, but then it's also just that's got to be uncomfortable. Spirit gumming those to your nipples and your sternum though. And she's also got that's her hair ribbon that's got fucking Olympics ringlets on the back too. God, so extra.
I mean, that's the game.
Waka waka.
So, with that, we're gonna move on. This next one comes from Agent 418 who says, hello, Lucky Omega. Have a great weekend. You, too, my dude. I hope your chocolate is sugary and your lines are sweet. We move on, though. This next one comes from Bunny Girl versus a Nintendo Switch hair color girl. Why is she asking the Bunny Girl to put her hands up?
Put your hands up. Go
throw
in
your
Kyoto.
hand.
We're in Kyoto. Kyoto was nice.
Ugh. Hey guys, I got no question this week. Just enjoying my NP6 say. That's a brag, and it's not even a humble brag, you motherfucker. Wish I got in a 5-star CE. You did not get a 5-star CE, and fucking 6 says lies.
I refuse
it. I don't. But hey, it's a fair price for her. Hope you enjoy the event and may say double V your rolls. I thought that was a little lewd for some odd reason. I don't know why. Real talk, I do love Sei Shonagon's NP, just the different scenes. They're very artfully done.
Yeah, it's also pretty wild in lore, because it's a reality marvel.
Oh, yeah.
A reality marvel that defeats you through the power of ennui and nostalgia.
You just kind of lay there and just remember how the good times were, and you're just like...
Yeah, it's basically weaponized Mono no Aware.
You just lay there and think about your life. Literally.
Which is probably why it deletes, shadow servants, because they're not even real. But it's fun.
God, I'm gonna forget how to pronounce ennui in half an hour watch. So, that was it for that one. So we shall move on! This next one comes from Commandant of the Purifying Force. Greetings, Construct Lucky and Transcended Omega. Is this
I'm sure it's a reference, but I don't know.
I don't know. I'm not gonna look it up. Question! In all caps, by the way. With the official acquisition of the Lightworks Gaming Division by Sony Group, which has now rebranded itself as La Sangle, what dream paramedics and or existing IPs, FGO, and such do you guys want to be released globally? May your Valentine's grindy be sugary sweet as I go back to fight the punishing virus.
Somebody left a reply to this, which I would like to vigorously reiterate. Go with, the answer is yes. Localize. Just, yes. I know it's not directly gaming related, but I would love to see more of the light novel publication and stuff, over here, but I think the big one is just, actually release Fate Stay Night. You have a working iOS and Android port of it, with a market that, the first route is free, and then you pay for the other 2 routes. release Tsukihime Remake over here with, like, proper English texting. I know that'll take a lot of money, but, you got to invest a little. Sony, you're dropping several $1 billion so Bungie can help you build, like, 10 live service games, guys. Come on. They can afford to hire some translators. The big one is making sure, I believe they did say that the intent was for the extra to be global, but I would like, assurance that extra new record will be released over here. What's up, Lucky?
I believe the reference is the Punishing Gray Raven, the gotcha game. The Punishing Virus sounded familiar. I was like, isn't that from Punishing Gray Raven? And it was. Punishing Gray Raven, an actually pretty good gotcha game. I would play it more, but I don't have the time.
Limited time constraints. It's killing me. More video games are coming out. Fucking, there was that Ghostwire trailer that confirmed the release date late March as well.
Who's fucked in March? We're fucked in March.
Hey. But I may be fucked, but I'm going to be playing games for sure.
Oh, yeah. So, existing IPs, if we're talking, like, just in Natsuverse and whatnot, yeah, Tsukihime, well, we're gonna get the Maho no Yoro movies. Like, I have no doubts that's gonna get localized in some form or fashion.
Yeah, the subtitling an anime script is a lot easier than subtitling a 10 bajillion word visual novel.
Yeah. But, like, I'm always on board with, like, more art books and stuff. Redrop just released an art book not too long ago, chock filled with comic drawings. I was just like, well, they didn't just release it, but it was like a month or two ago. I think I still have the Takeuchi art book that was supposed to, like, celebrate, like, the 20th year of Fate, still on pre-order in my Amazon. It just hasn't fucking gone anywhere. It's like, oh, we'll bill you when we know what's happened. Nothing that's happened. Thanks, guys. I hate this.
Oof.
But, and I'm always looking at Amazon JP being like, is today the day I buy me, like, a fuck ton of, Raita and Wada Arco's, art books?
How many FGO memos is Wada Arco up to? Like 6? Oh, speaking of official material, Matt's profiles. I literally talked about this in Say's Wanted. I couldn't go deep in her Fate lore because her Wanted profile isn't, like, they haven't released Fate Materials 10 in Japanese yet, and so people haven't had a chance to translate it, but, like, I would love primary sources. Trust me, Lasengel, Sony, whoever, release those FGO materials. I will line a shelf with them, and I will actively buy them. I kind of make content based around this stuff. I would love primary sources. Ugh. Research is important, kids.
Research is important. But yeah, no, just basically everything. Like, God, I would like for their, when they do, like, I think one of the big things I want is when they do, like, JP streams and stuff to just put everything that they put in their Aniplex store and just make that fucking global. It kills me. It kills me every single fucking time. Like, we go around to, like, whatever FGO anniversary, we're watching the streams, they're like, hey, check out this fucking merch. You can only buy it in Japan. And I just lay on the fucking floor and die.
They have so much fucking merch. Watch, they're gonna do that stream in a couple of days or whatever. Well, somewhere between 48 and 24 hours. But there's gonna be, like, 5 new acrylic standees. There's gonna be a big canvas print. There's gonna be, like, a tote bag.
Shout out to Redrop for making their own acrylic stand. I'm so jealous. So jealous. But, like,
I mean, is that what we have to do, Lucky? Do we have to embrace the power of 3D prints?
I mean, you would embrace the power of 3D prints even if I told you no.
That's true, I would anyway. I'll watch more Ribinator's dice-making videos. I really don't have the space for a giant curing tin and nowhere to go outside to cure resin because it's toxic. Wear PPE! Resins are bad for your skin. Wear gloves.
Actually, how much does a 3D printer cost? Let me check. I'm curious. Do not type that in Discord, you animal!
Ask the Discord. How much 3D printer cost?
Let's see here. Oh, it looks like you can get any of them from, like, just, wow. They start at, like, 200 and go all the way up to, like, 16,000.
Yeah, it seems about right.
Let's see, here we go. Most entry-level and hobbyist 3D printers are price range from $300 to $500. Well, that ain't bad. I mean, I don't know what I print with a fucking 3D printer. I honestly don't. I probably want to print figurines, but that means I have to make fucking, like, not big figurines, small figurines. Don't print big figurines. That's bad. Excuse me. I don't know. Yeah, I don't know. I don't have the headspace for that. But, yeah, no, fuck that. Fuck acrylic standees. Give. But yeah, just, cause the thing is they have all that stuff over for, cause, we have the Aniplex store and then, like, the Aniplex store plus, like, one's only Japan, and you can go there and look at all the stuff, but you just can't ship overseas. And of course, there are all those, services that will give you, like, a little bit of warehouse space, and then they'll ship it from Japan for, like, an additional fee. And that's super fucking sweet, but
It's also very expensive.
Yeah, it's expensive in the first place. I'm still waiting.
Boats are expensive.
And sometimes take a really fucking long time. I'm still waiting on my fucking last anniversary of Azure Lane fucking fun pack that I spent like $200 on. 50 of it was on fucking shipping. Yep. I'm still looking at Square Enix store because I want to buy the vinyl record sets that they have for Nier and Final Fantasy 14, which are like $99 each. Like fucking shipping, basic shipping is at fucking $20 starting, and it only goes up from there. I'm just
I've talked about this before. That's how I got my like Millennium puzzle. Was I ordered it off? What was it? I don't remember the site off the top of my head, but one of those hobby sites with you like your private warehouse and whatever, and like they call me up and it's like, yeah, okay, we're ready to go. Here's your pick your shipping option, vanilla shipping. It'll arrive sometime, $20, and I'm like, okay, all right, well, I knew what I was signing up for. It was international. And yeah, that's how it goes. Arguably, that's why I stopped doing the little FGO wafer thing, because it's a real pain in the ass to ship those from Japan, which is the other source, and they're just not available over here. Despite the fact that not only were the vanilla wafers tasty, but also the cards are funny. I still have that first batch I got out and opened on like a stream once, but yeah, like it's rough.
It's rough.
Fuck beside
so, but I think I bemoaned the fate of shipping and things, and I say again. Localize, Sony, this is what you do. You localize and you generate additional stock. You don't even have to fucking localize the additional stock. We'll just buy shit in Moon language.
Well, yeah, as I look at my CE record, which is literally just the Japanese print, it's, the wrong fucking way around and everything. Yeah, no, you don't have to do it hard. You just need to you will make your money back on those bulk shipping costs, because I'm sure it's a lot cheaper for you fucks to put these on giant shipping containers and transit them over than it is for me to pay for, like, my $20, like, Foot Locker space for them to ship it to me. Everything gets better with bulk.
All right. So we shall move on. Thank you very much.
We only have X number left. I say X because of reasons.
So, this next one comes from The World is Quiet Here. Appreciate that silence. If you're me, you'll never hear silence again. You joke, but it is just constantly that.
No, I don't have persistent tinnitus, but I've wrung my ears before. Always wear ear protection, guys.
Oh yeah. So they say no questions, just wishing you good vibes. Wah 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 wah.
Vibe check.
So thank you very much for that. I hope everything is going well in your world as well. Appreciate your silence. And with this, we move on to the next one. This question comes from Red Asclepius' interlude. Try not to cry. Cry. Also pray that I never become a case study for him and Nightingale. It's probably terrifying, yes. Hello, guys. I hope you're doing well. I got nothing but salutation. Well, that's all for this week. I hope everything has fun seeing their favorite servants. Wish them a happy Valentines. Peace. I did the V over my I when I said peace, by the way. It was completely... I did not register it. I just did it. I am slowly becoming Gal.
I also, even though, once again, no camera, I also, not over my eye, but I did a regular, V sign, peace sign, immediately. We know what's up. Not this, by the way. This isn't what's up.
That'll be tomorrow. I hope you're ready for me to talk about lesbian swords and necromancers, because I am.
Lucky, I have never been more ready for you to talk about something in my entire life. I love playing book club.
Alright. So, this is, unfortunately, or fortunately, depending on your mood, and I had a word here that was big and fancy and would totally have shown off my vocabulary, but I forgot, and now I look like an idiot.
Depending on your terms and conditions.
Yes. Is the last one. And this one's hilarious, because it has no alias. It has one word on it, and I love it. It's just nice.
Nice. That's why I said we have X number left, because I'm just like, I don't know if this counts. But yeah,
it makes me giggle. It makes me it's nice. I'm like, yeah, it is nice. Thank you.
Nice.
And that is it for mailbag. I can now literally eat this page and that page too while I'm thinking about it, and delete 3D printer from the Patreon chat text box.
Yeah, probably a good idea. That'll get you sometime in the middle of the night.
Oh yeah, Megan, did you?
I deleted it. Thank you for letting me know, because it was just floating in announcements. I don't know where I got a wire cross that I typed it in there, but sometimes scrolling in Discord is weird.
And sometimes it is. But with mailbag out of the way, we are going to move swiftly on into free talk, and we only have really one thing to talk about, and that is Valentines 2022.
Before we get too swiftly, let's take a little intermission. Let's take a little break. It's been over an hour, for us anyway. Maybe the audience needs a moment or two. Let's, bing bong bong down. Obviously, you guys at home, it'll be nothing to you, because I'll pause it. But, maybe this is the time for you to pause and take a break as well. Think about your life.
All right. We'll do impressions after the break.
Intermission. All right, and we're back. I did need that break. I was sitting with legs crossed a little too long there. Had to stretch it out. All right, we're back. Valentine's first impressions, which is most of the impressions because it is time locked and it's been like 5 or 6 days. But we'll call it first.
We'll call it first. We'll probably have some more thoughts later.
Yeah, we'll have some final thoughts. And as we work through more new Valentine scenes as well. By the way, I put this note here. If you don't get the name of the main quest titles, it's a pillow book thing. If you don't know about the pillow book, shame on you. That means you didn't watch the Wanted I made. How dare. I even included a link in the description for more source material to one of the most famous essays contained in the pillow book, Hateful Things, which is where Sei Shonagon wrote an entire essay about things she doesn't like. But yeah, it's full of little anecdotes like that, and if that doesn't tell you what Sei Shonagon is about, nothing will. Except possibly that dynamic entry kick. Wacha!
Honestly, that dynamic entry, when she literally yells dynamic entry, I was all like, oh no, I love her.
Yeah. Sei has a great zest for life, they say.
I mean, you mean zest for life? She's like a fucking Pomeranian that you force-fed cocaine and then gave her an adrenaline shot.
I think she's just eating all the chocolate, actually. Considering how much she feeds other people.
Yeah. Yeah, but Sei is definitely someone that I kind of understood what they're going to be about, but I did not fully comprehend until I actually saw them in action. Because, unfortunately, I'm not someone who necessarily goes out of the way to watch, their fucking attack animations, MP, and all that crazy stuff until they actually show up. I'm usually fine with just having vagaries and just generalizations until they actually show up, because it lets me keep some of the mystique about them.
Yeah, I mean, we look up lines translation sometimes for new servants pretty often if they're interesting. I will occasionally look at, servant demonstrations for animations if I'm like, hold on, what's going on with this character design, right? But normally, the kind of thing you just see in a normal, press release cycle, basically, is NPs, maybe some Ascension arts, stuff like that.
Mm.
Obviously, a couple of years ago when she came out in JP, Sei was a huge meme because of the pose she does in her NP with the double peace sign. That and edits of that were everywhere because it's very memorable and funny.
Mm-hmm.
But also, it's like a good meme template. So there was some of that pre-informed, but...
But actually seeing her emotion, seeing her talk, seeing how she acts, like her fucking buster attack where she just assumes the laying down pose and just magnetically just runs into attacks. I'm like, I can't even right now. Like, it makes no goddamn sense.
Fucking Kamari dive kicks, right? Throwing shit at the guys. It's very funny.
Does the over the head shot with the Tamari. I'm just like, what the fuck? I love this.
Yeah. And then she's gonna get a skateboard in her summer version, Lucky.
I'm not ready. So... just the way she talks, she's just alternate levels of just insane energy. And I just I can't fully explain this. It's like if you took Tomomo's way of speaking, took out the archaicness, and just put in a lot more modern slang. Because that's what it honestly sounds like to me.
Yeah. It's not like Suzuka's specific, JK affectation either.
No.
Sei is just ultra modern.
Yeah.
Right down to, weird nicknames for everybody. CHANMAS, her very iconic nickname for Master.
I mean, it's a very JK kind of thing. I don't want to say necessarily Gyaru because Gyaru is fucking kind of prehistoric, so I guess Gal is probably more appropriate. But it's just inverting names. It's like Python.
Yeah,
and whatnot.
It's especially because I think it's because Japanese being, such character and syllable based, it's very tonal.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Doing those little reversing the syllables is funny to them in kind of the same way that other rhymes are over here, right? You love to do some rhymes and alliteration. Well, and in Japanese they often flip phenoms around, so you have Paisen, CHANMAS.
Mm-hmm.
Some of her funny names, just like Aichi, Kuroichi, stuff like that. And not giving a single fuck about what anybody thinks. Murasaki is just like, please stop calling me that.
And she is like, no.
No way, best friend.
We're best friends now. You want to hold my arm? We're holding arms now. Yay! And I'm like, yes, this is great.
You fool, why are we both holding arms? I don't know. Seemed like the thing to do.
Sei Shonagon is mind empty, only fun.
Yeah. And then, I think I want to throw this out there. The hilarious thing is that you would not realize it from the way they act. Like, as a servant, Sei or Nagiko, as suggested by scholarship, might have been her actual given name, though it is not confirmed. It's much like Murasaki Shikabu herself, or Lady Murasaki, is not her actual name, right?
Right.
That was a title because that was the style at the time. But based on rough estimates, because our dating is not perfect for those periods, we weren't necessarily keeping the greatest birth records, but Sei is actually about 10 years older than Murasaki, probably. But as servants, their dynamic is completely flipped, because that is, from reports, kind of what their personalities was like.
Oh yeah, no, like, Murasaki actually, like, talks about this. Sei Shonagon was much more involved with the court politics and all the dealings on and the parties and the...
Yeah, Sei is regarded by a lot of her contemporaries, Murasaki included, as being very, very quick-witted, very outgoing, very feisty, some of her commentary was said to be, like, very, very biting. This is why the Pillow Book is, like, so famous, is because it is arguably started as a private diary that was later publicized, but, like, it has so much of her internal, unfiltered thoughts and is just full of so much personality. Which in the same way the Diary of Lady Murasaki is, but it's the difference between what those unfiltered personalities are, right? Like,
right.
The fact that Murasaki is so goth in FGO is intentional. She was, by all accounts, reserved, gloomy, shy, and Sei was not those things.
No.
Though, I talked about this. I talked about this and wanted as well. I think it's a little interesting, and after I did my research, they decided to go with this kind of, like, gal hip zoomer energy. A lot of people talk about, her being the zoomer embodiment. When, compared to her contemporaries, when she arrived at court, Sei was older. Sei arrived at the Imperial Court of the Empress when she was 27. She'd already she'd been married for, like, somewhere around 10 years and was divorced, had a kid already, like, and I'm like, I personally would have gone for a Christmas cake, Sei, but whatever. This one's funny too.
Yeah, and I think this is one of those things that's trying to make sure you appeal to the fan base.
Yeah, well, and I've heard accounts that apparently Sei was sensitive about her age because the Empress was like 15 or something when she joined the court, because, Heian. So, like, it makes sense, much similar to how, like, I've never really thrown stones at, like, Empress Wu's design, because, yes, she actually died when she was, like, a 60-year-old grandma, but that's not what she was about. So, as a servant, her being smallified makes sense. It's kind of similar, I think, for Sei to be young at heart, as they say. But yeah, they do so much.
Maruhari has a big chest because she just has a very large heart.
Sure.
Let's go with that.
Yeah.
But
again,
I'll remind everyone.
This event is great. It starts with, like, you think it's going to be like the normal shit, but no, it's just a dream. You're dreaming with Lady Murasaki, and you're like, that's weird. And you run into chocolate bandits, led by your boy.
I'm so glad that Blackbeard is in yet another event. But I think the best thing about this is, unlike his usual role, he's playing the straight man, because he literally cannot, I just lost the word I was going to use. Literally can't handle a Sei Shonagon. Yeah.
Well, and in the role he's playing, because it's not literally Blackbeard, probably. We don't know yet.
It's Blackbeard enough, though.
But as, Kurohige, he is a native of this weird realm who puts up with our claiming to be isekai'd very, very lightly. And so he is the Mr. Exposition, which is an interesting role for Blackbeard to be in. Mm-hmm. But he still has most of his Blackbeard mannerisms, such as yelling about how I wish all the normies would explode. About how
while he totally isn't completely into this idea for, animal-eared women, but he's totally on board with this idea.
Yeah, and him just hitting on Murasaki so much, and her just being like, "Don't talk to me. I have other things to deal with. Don't talk to me. Don't at me." Or him yelling things like, "I will destroy Valentine's Day," and you're just like, in another context, this would be bad, but currently,
I mean, I remember first year Chocolate of just faded out Blackbeard in the sky. Chocolate is tyranny.
Yes, normies explode.
Literally opens with that. But again, I love more Blackbeard action all the fucking time. And again, like, he's being used for comic relief, but again, he's part of the fucking Manzai with Sei Shonagon. Because he's constantly like, I didn't fucking say that. Don't call me that. What are you doing, girl?
And of course, Sei just doesn't bother to... She doesn't bother to bring herself down to his level. She is operating in a different space right now. her brain is galaxy. By which I mean she doesn't think about anything, she just does. We're full-blown Bruce Lee here. Don't think, feel, just do everything.
Yeah, but no, but no, so basically, yeah, we're in the dream, we meet up with Blackbeard, we find out that this world runs by, if you don't give a man, if a man doesn't get chocolate on Valentine's Day, he's turned into a third-class citizen, read as, slave, and there are various women, I don't actually think they've called them slaying queens yet, I don't know if that's actually come out, but there are various women in each district who, has control over the chocolates and lording over them.
And they and all of them have different rules, right? First we meet Maeve, introduced as Allie, who operates much like how you would expect a Maeve to operate. She's surrounded by adoring fans, and she nearly dies. But she joins the team early and is just, the catty pretty one. Then you run into Sheba, the mercantile one, charging expensive fees. And then fucking Osakabehime's brilliant plan is to sell the fucking body pillows. At first I was like, oh no, is this going to be calling it heroic boyfriends? They're going to be shadow servants we have to beat up? No, they're just described as giant pillows with pictures of handsome men on them. I was just like, oh my god.
I think what's even better is Osakahame didn't even mean this to fucking happen. She just wanted to, normies explode.
Yeah.
Blackbeard knew, was no, this is my people.
I've been thinking about it for a while, but you and I, we're alike, aren't we? And she's like, no! Reduced to tears.
Again, I do shout out to the final scene of that where Sei Shanagon is accept my friendship and literally cramps chocolate down Osakabehime's throat.
She does that several times.
Yeah.
We're friends now, shut up! Friendship chocolate, go!
This is what we like to call non-consensual friendship.
Yep. Sei's big on that one.
Yeah, she is.
But yeah, so basically we explain the system of chocolates. You're manufacturing all this chocolate because you're going to make sure that all of the people of the world can accept the chocolates, and nobody has to be lonely hearts. We're going to destroy the tyranny of Valentines. It's really neat.
Yay!
There's some interesting stuff here. The Lonely Heart Police, which are enforcement knights. We'll see about more things. There seems to be something going on with the name themes. I think it's a reference to the Genji Monogatari, but I'm not sure. Lucky, you're a better expert at that than I am.
I think it is. Honestly, I kind of feel like this is Murasaki's dream, but she's just projecting.
Yeah.
Oddly enough.
And also, I like how she said servants don't dream, and I'm like, that's not true.
Yeah, that's not correct. True.
But yeah, there is also another crux of this, which is another big thing, which is Sei, as a heroic spirit, explicitly says she's not an author anymore. She's not writing anymore. She's trying to find a new hobby, basically, which is probably why she is running at 120% at all times. And you can actually ask her about this, why did you start writing in the first place? Why did you want to quit writing? Which, as a creative, also really resonates with me, right? I can't imagine, especially not if I was a fucking, celebrated at the highest levels of the state author, just being like, nah, I'm done. I've shot my shot. I'm done here. I'm gonna go home.
Mm-hmm.
But that is also kind of what happened to Sei Shonagon. In some respects, she retired to be a Buddhist nun. So, it's I'm assuming we're gonna have some big emotional moment at the end.
Yeah, no. So, I'm pretty sure all the queens are Genji characters, and if I remember correctly, I'm pretty sure actually Shonagon is actually a character as well. So actually it's not. No. I think it's just Shonagon. I don't think.
Well, that would make sense because Shonagon is the name of a title. It's a rank.
Yeah.
Though I would like to point out, I found this very interesting. This is a little history mystery for y'all. The title Shonagon, which is appended to Sei Shonagon, is not a title that her father or either of her alleged husbands held.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It is historically what what she is called in references, but there's no direct link as to where it was. Some people have suggested that means there is a third husband, but it's all very murky.
Actually, I have to look up the names. Let's see, what was it? Was it It was Ao, Yugiri, and who else?
Yeah, Aoi is definitely one, but also that literally means blue, so.
Let's see here. Yeah, Yugiri is one. Let's see here. That's the son of Genji and Ao. And who? I can't remember who the other queen was. I just remember Ao and Yugiri. Does anyone remember? On the top of their head?
Shiva's title.
Oboro?
Yeah.
I want to say Oboro off the top of my head. I don't think there was an Oboro in it, but let me double check here. Let me pull up a wiki. Oboro. No, there's not in this quick list of Tale of Genji characters, so I don't know.
Yeah,
maybe it's something, maybe it's not, but like I said, everything's time locked. We'll find out eventually. We'll know next week, for sure.
Yeah.
Oh, shall. So, I'm enjoying this event. Again, like, the Valentine CE thing bamboozled me a little bit, because last year what I did is I did not take any chocolates out of my gift box, because they don't get time-stamped until you actually take them out, so I waited till February 14th and took them all out at once. So all of them were marked Valentine's Day. I was like, hey, I'm so smart. But because I got so confused about the Valentine CE, I had to take some of them out so I can try comparing things and see if things did something different. I was like, oh, okay. So that's all bollocks up. But I'm enjoying them. Like, again, like the new ones, I'm enjoying them very much. Like I said, comma, of course, it has a fucking bad end. Why wouldn't it? Summer Melts, you just get a bad end no matter what you do.
Of course.
Let's see. What else have I tried? Lakshmi Buys was actually very cute and hilarious. Literally had EX ranked servants just hang around when she makes chocolate, so nothing gets fucked up. Things still got fucked up. Mm-hmm. Hecking Summer Hokusai's was adorable. She has you make the chocolate, then she decorates it, and then gives it, like, she's like, okay, give it to me. Oh no, this is too much chocolate. Let me give it back to you. Now I'm gonna run away. And Toto-sama gives you a slimy thumbs up. I'm like, yes. Another one to add to collection.
Blub, blub.
Blub, blub, motherfucker. I'm so excited. I haven't, like I said, unfortunately, the thing about being able to get all of them again is I'm getting all of them. So most of them recently have just been old ones. And while I do watch them dutifully, it's like I do feel like every year these Valentine scenes just get longer.
Yeah, they get more elaborate. Like, having, like, gone through and gotten, old schools from, like, oh, hey, this one was, Franz, this one was, Boudica's, and then you get to, like, I talked about this earlier, but, like, I've gotten out of the new ones, like, Summer Carmilla's. That's a whole sequence. It's, like, 3 different parts, Carmilla, I think it's supposed to show off some of her different costumes and ascensions. Like, Carmilla throws a calling card at you in the hallway, and then
does it do the actual calling card animation?
Yes. With the animation, and it plays little tunes and stuff, and she narrates it to you, and then she shows up in your room at night. You put a fucking spotlight on her, even though it's your room. Don't ask me how that works, because she said she's going to steal something precious from you tonight, and then, you're just like, yeah, I just stayed up. I wanted to see what you would steal, and she's like, it's not so easily stolen. Anyway, let's go on a night drive. Though, I think this is the first time that Carmilla, as, adult Elizabeth Bathory references her past. She talks about the fact that Elizabeth Bathory was married, and she probably liked that guy. But, now that she's a servant and a phantom thief, she don't give a fuck. She's out here to party. And then you get whisked away into the night, and you have a night drive, and other stuff like that. Talking about production value, we've both done Summer Okita, right? Like, that's another whole thing, right?
Oh, God, I just realized Summer Carmilla literally went night crawling.
Yeah, basically. And then she invites you on a night drive. A moonlit drive. But yeah, like, Okita's is exactly what you think it is, fucking jetting.
Mm-hmm.
Runs into you in the hallway.
You almost get a jetpack of your own, but you're like, no.
No jetpacks.
No jetpacks.
You get to see Summer Okita's blush face again.
It's great.
Yeah.
Also, there's something sinister about the Nobu ones, and I don't know why. I feel like there's some story building up back there, and I don't know what the fuck it is.
Yeah, I haven't gotten the Mao ones yet.
Yeah, I did. Basically, Demon Nobunaga, you get whisked into a dream with fucking Hononji. She's all like, I tried making chocolate, but I fucked up. But there's a little bit left, so here, I'm going to fucking hand feed you. So she does the fucking head tilt. She stares at you and is like, on second thought, I'm gonna devour you. And then the regular Nobunaga's like saves you, wakes you up, and it was like, haha, but I'm me all the way on. That's great. Bye! And then you meet, regular Nobu meets Demon King Nobu out in the hallway. They have a little discussion, and then regular Nobu goes, damn, I should have just devoured him. I'm just like, oh my god.
Yeah. Also, I think we mentioned earlier, Writer Da Vinci's is, like, very soulful, but also, like, it's got that sad bed. I'm really thinking we're setting up, like Da Vinci Small is, like, Part 2's version of MASH, where, like, as we get later in the story, we're like, oh no, MASH is dying. It's like, Da Vinci keeps talking about how, adjustments to her body and, like, oh, time. I hope we're all still here in a year. And I'm like, oh my god, Da Vinci, shut up. Don't say those things to me. Just eat the chocolate.
No, we're gonna be together forever.
She's like, the chocolate is too much. You must go share it with MASH now. And I'm like, sure will. Bye. again, talking about another thing I mentioned earlier, I feel like as these get more elaborate, they actually play into, like, you actually eat the chocolate or try to.
Mhm.
I talked about this before as well. King Proteus is very involved.
I haven't got that one yet. I'm excited.
Yeah, so it's got this whole thing with Chen Gong, for some reason, is the narrator, talking about how busy the kitchen is, and then, like, King Protea cannot fit in the kitchen, of course. And then she tries to give it to you anyway, and then she gives you chocolate rocks, basically, chocolate chunks. And so there's a dialogue split here. And if you just tell her thanks for the chocolate, and, like, just, like I said, I thought I was just being polite, it's not a bad end, but it's like, did you really accept their true feelings? You know, try again, and they refund you the random. I'm like, wow, that was a little judgmental, FGO. Okay, I'll do it again. And if you, like, are hesitant, if you do the ... you're like, is this really all you did, KP? And she's like, you saw right through me. And then she takes you to her Grand Choco, which of course is giant. It's enormous. BB built a simulator specifically so King Protea could be somewhere with a large enough space for her to prep food. So it's cute in its own way, but it's also a little shim-shammy, a little shenanigansy. There's a lot like that. I feel like probably my next lock-on would be Space Ishtar or maybe Summer Musashi, who I haven't done either.
I heard Space Ishtar also has a bad end.
Yes.
I guess KP's is just the upgrade from one having a bad end. I was like, you don't even end. You have to do it all over again.
Yeah, they just kick you out and refund you the item. They're like, you didn't do this right. Try again. I'm like, okay, all right. I guess I will try again. But I'm not going to try again with random chocos because that'll take forever. But yeah, I haven't been going ham. I have like a lot of surprise choco, but because they like have the voice elements and they are random, like you said, like they are kind of involved, and it's a little bit of extra work. I'm just trying to chug through stuff, catch up on some other stuff we'll talk about on What's Up, and so it's a little lengthy, but I've been enjoying what I've seen so far of the new stuff, and as we say, they get more elaborate every time, and of course, seeing all the designs is neat as always.
See, I'm trying to think of any I just got my first lock-on choco back then. I think I'm gonna save them all until
you already got Kama randomly, so
yeah. I think the only one that probably Yang. I want to see Yang's. I want to see Charlotte Corday's, but I can wait.
The name of Charlotte CE fucking melts my soul. It's like, chocolate for my beloved or something. I'm just like, no, curse you. Even with the name, you hurt me. I'll see it. I'll want to see it, but I'm also like, Salome has me like, danger chocolate.
Danger choco.
There's a lot of danger choco. So it'll be good to work through them all. I may just end up doing kind of like you talked about, like where you actually unbox everything from the gift box. I've accidentally pulled a few things out just by tapping like a miscreant. Yeah. But most of them I'll probably pull out, and then I'll save my actual new ones, and then we'll cycle out the old ones somehow.
Mm-hmm. Actually, I could probably when I think I might just get rid of all my old ones now.
I mean, if you are going to earn literally all of them, that may be more efficient since you've got them. You may want to keep some stuff for like that point bonus, but I don't know what's at with CEs. I talked about this. I got very, very lucky. Literal first free quest got a CE drop, so I'm maximizing on my points, my sweet sparkle points. But having a lot of fun. Seiya's shopkeeper is just brilliant, sparkling even.
Oh, it's just good.
Yeah, I talk about this. Like I love how like her dialogue is peppered in, and her voice actress really selling it. A lot of her pronunciation, some of the stuff, very good.
Oh,
like just earlier I was just doing free the quest that I was dialed up so I could hear like some of her Ascension lines, and I was just like tapping the NP card over and over again for all her different NP card lines. Put your hands up, shiki 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 die shiki. Just like, oh my god, I'm glad this worked out. So yeah, it's pretty cool. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a lot else for us to say until we can catch up with our backlog of Valentine CEs and see the whole breadth of the event. Farming, at least, is super easy. Everything's monoclass. I mean, admittedly, right now, the highest level node is an assassin node, so I have to wade through, 50 fucking Scotties all the time. And now, you could argue that Scotty would have good parallels with my Sei Shonagon, but I'm like, I still need three waves to go away, and I haven't tested it, and I can't dual Scotty, so I can't, maximum buff dumb stuff, but I'm pretty sure Sei doesn't, unless you get, all her trait damages to proc. She doesn't loop. She only does 4 hits. People in the chat, I'm sure, will let me know if they've got any experience in it. If you want to know more about, say, comp strategies, watch Wanted. Out now.
But no, I think that's all I got.
Okay, it isn't consistent. It does probably depend on the trait damage then. Because the reason why the looping thing works is the overkill bug. So if you do shitloads of overkill damage, it'll work. But that would presumably mean you need to be hitting on those traits, which generic mobs will not necessarily be getting. Yeah, has it worked? Okay. I kind of wanted to vamp a little bit more about that. I know that I assume because they haven't been the super longestest, the videos haven't been, like, doing super great in the views. We'll see what happens with these thumbnails, obviously. Spicy thumbnails. But I'm sure we'll have, like, really, really long-form thoughts next week, because JP will probably have started their Valentine's event, actually, after announcing it, you know?
Mm-hmm.
So we'll have all new whatever the fuck is going on there. We may even be able to wax about, like, at least not the scenes, because we won't look them up, but, like, the actual CEs for all the new servants, which I'm sure will be, like, amazing and wild, you know?
Actually, that reminds me. Omega, before this event, did we have a recently ended tab?
Did we actually have the tab? I know that's been a mechanic in JP for a while.
I literally cannot remember it before.
But I don't know if I've ever actually, like, seen the tab come up when tapping things. So I don't know if that's new for us. People in chat are saying so far they don't think so. So yeah, that might be a new feature they snuck in there. There's a lot of these kinds of stuff that like, I've said this before, I'm kind of jealous of how, I mean, we get stuff early in bulk, so it's cool, but, like, the fact that JP usually has, like, a monthly content update for just fixes, right?
Mm-hmm.
It's pretty cool. So yeah, they're just constantly refining this process. So yeah, that's a neat little fact then. So next week, I'm sure we'll have big news to talk about. We can break down the stream and all that stuff, talk about things. Depending on how the month goes, I may just have to, we only have 4 shows in February, because of the way the month works. So maybe possibly to fill some stuff out, we might sneak in that Excella discussion, or we might wait a little bit. We'll see. I know people did actually, I think a couple of comments actually last time said they would like an Excella summary, so we can do that. We can pad. We're good at pad.
Good at pad.
Also, we fucking love Excella, so who are we kidding, right?
Right.
I mean, it's old. I would not necessarily recommend it, but hypothetically, we do have a really old, like, one of our prototype Let's Talks on Excella itself, where me, Lucky, and our gaming buddy Marth, who you will hear in the APs, because he also played Excella, talk about the game, like, at length, in a semi-review fashion.
It was the early days, the Wild West.
It was, we would all be on shitty microphones. It was literally years ago. So, like I said, I don't necessarily recommend it, but if you are, like, starving for Excella-based content, I have a full Let's Play I recorded. Not streamed, I recorded Let's Play style. I actually broke up the episodes. And we have an old Let's Talk about it. But in an effort to pad this out a little bit longer, I have, some new monthly updates. New month, new us, as we like to say. But we have, our usual Patreon updates. The Excel would obviously be a Teach Me topic, but new Fan Servant Friday rolled out. I was a little slow on that because, I've had a very busy week just trying to exist and sleep and eat and also do lots of things. Sometimes do too many things, as my computer has struggled on a couple of things. I have some funny anecdotes about just being bogged down with the workload for What's Up Tomorrow, or later today if you're watching this live on YouTube. But ran the Fan Servant Friday poll. This one is, themed about the usual things of the month. I'm actually kind of surprised with the results, but I'll read them out. We have our 4 options as usual. One is Aeneas Saber, as in the Aeneid, that guy, mythic ancestor of Rome. Also a Saber, La Maupin, if you're not familiar with that one. As a caster, Lenon Shi, this is an old one. And if you don't know why Lenon Shi is on there, that literally means, fairy bride or barrow bride. And I brought back, I know it was a pretty recent one, but I brought back Maria Okedebritska. I probably did not have enough vowels in there. I'm sorry. My Russian is bad. Writer, because of her legend, and the tank is called the Fighting Girlfriend, so I thought, that's pretty appropriate. That's a little fast. And I guess it was appropriate, because currently, it is a tie, 40% between Lenon Shi and Maria, so neat. There's only like 5 votes in, so y'all, even though I told people the poll was up, y'all could wake up a little bit. You got 13 days left to answer this poll if you are a $5 and higher patron. You can access this poll and decide what our Fan Servant Friday discussion will be this month. So that should be pretty fun. I kind of expected, given that a lot of times our audience goes for famous names, it would have been Aeneas, but he currently has no votes. Rip him. We'll see what happens after I, physically announce it on the show in front of all our patrons. As I believe we definitely have more than 5 patrons actively here listening. So
I'll kind of be like wanting Aeneas too, because I believe actually Aeneas was actually mentioned in an interlude here recently.
I mean, probably. He's pretty famous, and
like if I remember correctly, there's some relation between the founding of Britain and Aeneas, I believe it was.
Yeah, I talk about this in my profile notes. It's very weird.
Very weird. I know it's like, because I was talking to Suna about this, because there's some like
Bradamante
weird...
that Suna talked about. Okay, that makes sense.
Yes.
If I remember rightly, the way it works is well, kind of, yeah. Everybody comes from Troy. It's this really roundabout thing of like we've talked about, right? Like the three matters, the important works of literature in the medieval period. So the matter of Rome is all of the classical Greek and Roman mythology, i.e., the Iliad, the Odyssey, and then the Aeneid after that, which Virgil wrote way after those two. Virgil obviously not being Homer, where he tried to connect dangling plot threads from the Iliad to the founding of Rome. Including why Rome and Carthage don't get along and all kinds of other stuff. But that was through the Trojan prince Aeneas, who eventually settled in the area that would become, Rome. But yes, also in some tellings of the story and other commentaries, one of Aeneas's sons goes off and ends up running into the British Isles, and thus that's where the Britons come from. They're actually Trojan. I also remember it was a different one, and this is a weird 1%er, but I can stall for time. In one Clive Cussler novel, if you don't know Clive Cussler, is it Numa, the underwater exploration series? It was a Dirk Pitt novel. He does a lot of like weird fringe alt history stuff as like the like gotchas in his book twists. His thing was that no, Troy wasn't actually in Turkey. No. Troy was Britain because of the Celtic tin trade. Where did the Greeks get the tin from? From the British Isles. Man, the Celts. And I'm just like, what? That doesn't even... Okay, fine, whatever. But yeah, so there's weirder and crazier theories out there. Oops, all Celts. What? It's Celts all the way. I do actually... I haven't researched. I don't know what the Grecian source of tin would have been. I know that oceanic trade in the classical period is a lot broader than we think. There are actually like Hellenistic urns that are found in like Norway and Britain, and not necessarily like later the Vikings decided to go a sealing. History's interesting, guys. But yeah, we'll see who gets shaken out. I'm sure, obviously, the Lenanshi design is something I've had in my back pocket for a while, so I'm sure some of you will be eager to hear me wax poetic about fairy tales. Iberian Peninsula, that would make sense. That's Mediterranean. Also, I do believe that still would be Celts though by the time period. When in doubt, fucking Celts. But yeah, so we'll see what the Fanservice Friday results are. Obviously, like I said, you can support us on the Patreon, get access to the things.
Also, guys, remember to read your fucking Valentine CE details. They're fucking great.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun stuff in there.
Listen, let me just read Bunny Artorias here real quick for you guys. Real quick. Valentine's Day chocolate from the Swimsuit Lion King, aka Artoria Ruler. An ornate royal white chocolate cake. The dancing white bunnies perched on top are lovely. The playing cards that decorate the cake are also chocolates, so you can eat those too, but the flowers are real, so you can't eat those. Pointing out how adorable the bunnies are will surely delight Artoria Ruler. However, you mustn't comment on her unusually jovial demeanor. Please, you must restrain yourself. Should you foolishly let slip that seems to be in high spirits, she will almost certainly revert to normal on the spot. That's kind of great. I love it.
Yeah, there's a lot of fun ones like that. And also, just as usual, the art is great. I don't know what the hell is in Summer Okita's, limited edition Jet Choco, because it's like fucking nuclear blue, but it seems cool. I think it possibly might be like Sakura flavored, because I think it's got some blossoms in it, which would also make sense. So yeah, there's a lot of fun there. Read your CE descriptions. In case you didn't know, guys, these things do have lore. It's very fun. Uh-oh.
Sorry, I just read Da Vinci Writers one.
Yeah.
Valentine's Day chocolate from the young Da Vinci. The original Leonardo da Vinci crafted an extremely gorgeous chocolate, but since the young Da Vinci is clumsy with her hands, she wasn't able to make something as artistically grandiose. However, the amount of thought... Grandiose, excuse me. The amount of thought and the thought and heart she put into hers has matched her original self. The chocolate shadow border on the cape is actually a perfectly preserved food. Should you decide not to eat it, it will last as a model and remain a cherished memory forever. Why? Why are you doing this?
Which I do believe you can bring up. You can say in the scene, that you can be like, wow, this looks like a diorama. We should put this on display.
You got a fucking tit job and her whole ass is out. God damn it.
This is strongly how Maeve. This gives me big Maeve energy.
Ugh, that's pretty good. All right, but no, I think I have faffed enough. What's our end time here?
Let's see. What is the mission clock? 1 hour, 54 minutes just now.
Sick.
Little light, but, they can't all be heavy and full of chocolate. I think somebody said in our Patreon chat earlier that the lethal dose of chocolate is 88 pounds.
88 pounds, huh?
Yeah. It's a lot of fucking chocolate. I think that might kill you anyway, regardless of the chocolate toxicity level.
Yeah. I mean, I think that's like the same thing about talking about the amount of radiation in the bananas.
Yeah. I know why you know that one.
Yeah. Listen, if I seem a lot more sweary and insulting today, it's because I've been watching a lot of Russian Badger, and I'm sorry, I'm a person, I listen to things, I automatically absorb things. Listen, I had to stop myself really hard today to not be stalking like fucking whatever fucking accent Gideon the Ninth is using. I fucked up and I started using fucking Harrowhawk language, and I actually told someone, pay me no mind. I was like, shit.
Oh my god, that's great.
I was all like,
talking like a goth necromancer. Heed me not. Well, we'll talk about this at length, but I love how the book is written with such different tones between the characters, right? And such vast descriptions. Like, the way Gideon's internal monologue describes how Harrow speaks is like, great.
You really should listen to the audiobook. It is so good.
Oh, I hope I'll track it down sometime. I hope the read is as much as it is in my mind. Yes, my sepulchral overlord.
No, like, oh god, I can't think of her name.
Skeletons and you might die is my middle name.
No, trust me, they give Gideon is so good, and
okay.
Like, actually, I have it on Audible. I might just give you my Audible account. Like, read that shit. I don't care. I'll change my password. But
just don't make it 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. That's the password on my luggage. Now, if you gotta ask yourself, why did Omega reference Spaceballs twice in the same episode? 1, how dare you? There's no limit in the amount of times you can reference Spaceballs. 2, it's because we're faffing. We're trying to kill time, we're trying to have fun, but it is gonna be reset pretty soon. There will be a new quest and stuff, so we probably should go ahead and wind down. I don't know if Loth is actually... No, we're at 2 hours. I literally just read out the mission clock. We are still shy of technically 2 hours on camera. There was a short intermission in there. Exactly, Architect has it right. Do you need a reason to quote Spaceballs? No. Spaceballs to flamethrower! The kids love that one. But we should probably wind our butts down. I don't know if he gave up or whatever, but I did see Loth being when he closed the invite, Loth being very lonely in our progression chat, trying to look for people to play games with. Probably because most of the other Scrublords were watching Kamen Rider or something.
That's interesting. I think usually Loth watches Kamen Rider with them too, huh?
I don't know. Maybe they were watching a different Kamen Rider. There's so many gosh darn Kamen Riders. Who knows? Maybe he left to go work on deck stuff. I don't know what's up. Now then you closed up. Okay, so maybe after you guys recording. Oh, you guys hang out chatting a while. Just like this. This is it. This is the post-show chat, except the show's not over yet, because I haven't done the outro. Yeah, I'll do the outro. I'll spare Robin the pain of the timestamps and figuring out what the fuck this is. It's the only other pain I need to spare Robin. Stretch. Be sure to tune into if you want, like, if it's Saturday and you're watching this Let's Talk FGO and you're hankering for more of us, please tune into What's Up, live with Omega and Lucky, our regularly scheduled podcast about everything. We will talk more about Gideon the Ninth and other stuff in that out there, and we will also be talking about various other things. I've been cycling through a few things out there, as well as feverishly writing on Delta Green. We're working on some Delta Green pre-setup, which has some very funny stories from the Cabal. Discovering how old our fucking PDFs are. Holy shit, this is the pre-prod version from 2016.
It's literally only like 70 pages.
Yeah, it doesn't even have any of the fucking fluff. And I was like, oh shit, didn't I give you guys the age of 10? Yeah, I got the real document. I backed this on Kickstarter. That's why I have the pre-release. It's true. We don't do a proper post show like some shows I know. It's usually because these things are like 2 to 3 hours minimum. God knows when we have a big episode, I'm just tired and have to go do the edit. But, we can have a wind down. But yeah, like I said, tune into What's Up. It's great. And it'll be sure to get you the more us that you need in your day. Lucky plays games. We do things. We yell about stuff. And if you're still hankering, not enough of you, how dare you, did not watch our exemplary playthrough of Plague's Tale Innocence. It's complete. It's only 2 streams. It's like 10 hours. Go ahead, guys. Come on. It's great. You'll enjoy it. The second episode full-blown devolves into me and Lucky with terrible accents pretending to be rats.
We did.
I mean, it's probably because you had to challenge some of the final gameplay sections a little bit. We might talk about that on What's Up as well. So it's not like there was anything new happening for a while there. We just had to, yell about stuff and pretend to be rats. Great memes.
Ugh.
But let's wrap up this show. Let us leave the people on a high note and tell them to contact further content. So, stretch all my bones out. All right, everybody. If you're watching the show on YouTube, be sure to give us a like if you liked it. Feed that algorithm. Let it know you want to see more of our stuff. It might actually show you some of these old-ass videos you don't recognize. If you are new here and haven't already, please subscribe to the channel as well. You can leave a comment in the comments down below. Reply on various topics you want us to cover. Did we miss your reference in mailbag? Whatever. Let us know. Comments. You can also join our Discord. We have sick new comma stickers. So find that link in our video description and on our channel page as always. You too can sit in a VC and watch Kamen Rider and be bamboozled as Dallas is mysteriously silenced. I cast Cone of Silence. But you can also hit that bell for notifications so you always know when we post a new video or when we stream if you want to catch up on our video game streams, whether that's, me streaming, Master Duel at 10 o'clock at night, because reasons, production, our regularly scheduled Monday streams with me and Lucky, or what's up, Ring the bell. Good for you. Check out our new videos as they come out. And, of course, you can also consider joining our channel memberships, get access to membership badges and emotes. Link in the description and the join button right next to our channel as well. And, like I said at the front of the show, consider supporting us on Patreon. Get access to this episode in audio format for as little as $1 a month or roughly $10 a year. You can get access to topic polls like Fanservant Friday and early access to videos at higher levels. Listen to Let's Talk FGO, get recorded live, get on-air shoutouts, all kinds of fun stuff. Join the fun chaos, be part of the team, and help support us because we need to eat and also do other things. Oh my god, there's so many video games, guys. So many video games you want us to talk about. Heckin', I don't mind bringing it up. Lucky, did you? I know you saw actually. You posted about it. Fucking, there's already a Voice of Cards sequel. I haven't even gotten around to playing the first one yet.
Listen, that's what everyone's been fucking saying, and I'm glad that I am there already.
Yeah, you got through it. I was like, oh, I'll wait on this, and I'm like, fuck, a sequel already? It's been 3 months, Yoko Taro. You're killing me.
It's probably not connected, but still, get in there.
Yeah, I'll have to scratch that off my list. I'll have to power through some stuff. I might have to actually legitimately take a full break from Chorus and cycle to some of my other shit, like Far Cry or something, because we got more coming. But let's go ahead and wrap up here. Thank you so much for tuning in and listening to whatever this was. We managed to prolong this, procrastinate long enough so that the raw audio is at least over 2 hours. It will probably be less than that when we, shorted all the sciences and cut out all the bad bits. That's a joke. The only bad bits are when we're not talking. Heyo.
Heyo. Kita bitches.
On that note, let's get on out of here. Good night, everybody. And try not to get chocolate poisoning, I guess.
Have a good evening, y'all.
Pounds.